It is Saturday the 14th of July 2018. I'm down here on the Winnie's Community Garden. Now normally I'm here every day, 3 or 4 times a day, because this is where I keep my livestock. But the reason I'm down here this morning is to drop off the prizes for the raffle that's taking place this afternoon at the Lighting Up Sunniside community fair that is taking place here this afternoon. Now this is the first time a fair for Lighting Up Sunniside has been held, and indeed this is the first time Lighting Up Sunniside have actually had a major fundraising event. Now the group was set up to raise the funds for the village to have a Christmas tree. We had our first Christmas tree last year, but that was paid for by the council, the local community fund, which is what we as councillors have control over. It's just a small amount each year that we can spend on individual projects in our ward. So we spent it on having the Christmas tree, but also putting the electricity supply in to make sure that the tree is lit up. So we've now got the permanent electricity supply, so it's a case of raising the funds for the Christmas tree, which is about 1,600 quid we need to raise each year. So the group that I helped set up, Lighting Up Sunniside, is having the fair today. It will start at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and I will be there to help. I will have my goats there because we're having a sort of petting area, goats petting area, and hopefully people will give donations to the cause. But this morning at 9:30 I also have a Lib Dem group meeting, an away day in Gateshead, so I'm having to rush off to that now. I've dropped off the raffle prizes, and that meeting is what I'm about to head to now. One of the things I'm very keen on in my council ward is for the different voluntary organisations, many of which are quite new. They should all be cooperating and working together because they can share their experiences but also share their resources and boost each other's position within the community. And today we've got a really good example of that, because the community festival that's taking place today is to raise money for Lighting Up Sunniside, but it's taking place at the Winnie's Community Garden. Now the community garden needs the extra publicity because it's been very much of a sort of a secret garden, not by intent but more by accident, because people just weren't aware that it was there. The community garden is getting lots of extra visitors today, which it wouldn't otherwise be getting, and therefore people's knowledge of it is going to be increased, and the people visiting will be in effect helping to raise funds for Lighting Up Sunniside, so they benefit as well. And since I'm involved in both groups, then I'm rather pleased with that. So hopefully later today, after this meeting this morning, there'll be a good turnout at the fair. I've just arrived at Gateshead Civic Centre, and the point of this meeting is to draw up our plans for the local elections next year. Now they may seem some time off. It's next May is when the elections will be held, but these things have to be planned, and we have to sort out our targeting strategy, and the end result of today's meeting hopefully is that we have all of that strategy put into place. Right, well, I've just finished the meeting, went right up to the 12:30 deadline, and it is now just closed. So strategy now 90% resolved. I say it's 98% resolved. A couple of small issues that we need to still work on, but nevertheless we are up and running for the local elections next year. So I'm heading back to Sunniside now to go to the Winnie's Community Garden to help with running the Lighting Up Sunniside Summer Fair.
just like to declare the fair well and truly open. Fantastic.
Well, sadly, two of our goats were being a bit badly behaved today. Cole and Snow decided that they weren't going to stay in the pen, so they've hopped off and decided they were going to try and wander around by themselves, so we had to take them back home. So Perky here is the only goat that's in the pen, and he's being well behaved, but there again he's also being fed all the carrots.
Yeah, they're down here, come on.
The fair is now over. I'm not sure how much we've raised yet, but I think everybody feels it was quite a success.